Well, we finally have had a full day of cricket. George Dobell is there and he got to witness it live and direct. He's one of the privileged few that is in that bubble there at the Ageas Bowl. George, so England 204 all out, the West Indies 57 4-1. So we got to see them bat. But let's talk about, I suppose, the West Indies bowling in further detail. We know you opened up on Jason Holder and how amazing he was with his career best figures. But let's talk about Shannon Gabriel as well, because he was absolutely brilliant, especially with his pace, right?
I think the key thing about that attack is that they complement each other. So although Kemar Roach hasn't got great figures, he was part of the success as well. But yes, Shannon Gabriel offers a lot of pace, and he now offers a lot of control. He's fitter than he was, so he can sustain it better, and he's got decent skills. I mean, he's a properly good, quick bowler, and he is properly quick as well. You see, without him, I don't know that Jason Holder's offering the same threat. I think a team would be more prepared to sort of play him out. But as it was, he's able to come on, and he's fantastically consistent, hardly bowls a bad ball, wobbles it about. Very good conditions for him, but he's got the skills to exploit it. Tall, hits the seam, keeps asking questions of the batsman. They get frustrated, or in the case of Jos Buttler, get a fantastic ball. And, the West Indies get their rewards. A really, really good day for West Indies. All I would say is at the same point of the West Indies innings, I think after whatever we've had 18, 19 overs or something, I think England were one down as well when West Indies were bowling. So I think that it's still fairly early days. I still think this is going to be a really good, close game, actually.
And I suppose let's stick another pin in Kemar Roach as well, because we got to hear from him a little bit while the West Indies batsmen were out there. And he said that even though he didn't get any wickets, he did, feel that his rhythm and whatnot was quite well. His economy rate was only about 2 and over. So that was pretty brilliant too. Did it look that good, like you said, in person?
Well, because I don't think the wicket particularly suits him. I think it's a wee bit sluggish. And he would probably want the ball coming on a bit more. But yes, because he creates pressure. And that's, as I say, that's a team game, and I think you've probably got to judge the West Indies attack as a whole. So, Joseph maybe didn't have the best performance, let the pressure off a little bit, but basically they complemented each other really, really well. And yeah, Kemar, he's probably the Jimmy Anderson pace now, isn't he? But he's a very skillful bowler, a little bit like Anderson, puts the ball in very good areas, gives the batsman nothing. And you could see that he was getting pretty sharp movement at times. He posed a lot of problems, didn't get the rewards. I thought he bowled almost as well as Jason Holder, to be honest.
And then now speaking about England, in terms of the 204 all out, we were actually at tea questioning if this was really that bad, given the conditions and the pitch and whatnot. The West Indies batsmen, we've only gotten to see a couple of overs of them batting 1 wicket down though. So what did you make of it, and what do you think the plan will be, especially noting that the weather should get sunnier tomorrow?
Yeah. I thought England didn't get the same movement. Anderson apart, England's bowlers didn't get the same movement that the West Indies bowlers did, which is really interesting, isn't it? Because you would think English bowlers, English conditions, that they would know how to utilise them. And, the conditions haven't changed. So we can, that's not a factor. I thought West Indies batting was disciplined. I thought that they probably had more discipline in their batting than England, and that they were technically a bit more sound. All I would say is I still don't think 204 was too far under par. Before the day, I think I was saying 250, 280. After watching it, I maybe think 220, 250. So I'm not sure. If West Indies get 300 in their first 10 innings, I'm pretty sure they'll win the game. I really do think it's the sort of game where one innings could take it away, one batsman could take it away. And I thought the West Indies batsman showed really good resilience. I mean, even Hope, I know he hasn't got any runs, but Wood was bowling quick. I mean, properly, really stood up and noticed fast, 95 miles an hour roughly. And he was right in behind it. He looked absolutely solid. And he's coming in on a fairly dark evening. So I thought that was brave, resilient, good technique. They deserve a lot of praise. And Brathwaite was the Brathwaite of old, stubborn. It's not really the shots he plays that you admire, it's the shots he doesn't play. And he has done a terrific job for West Indies this evening in just getting through and giving them a platform maybe for tomorrow. But I think I just think it's a wee bit premature to think that they've got anything that then their noses in front. You're going to ask me about Stuart Broad, aren't you?
I was just going to say that.
I could tell. There was something about the look in your
Talking
eye.
about England's bowlers, and of course we got to see a bit of them. And I feel like they're under the microscope extra now, like say the Jofra Archers and the Woods, because Stuart Broad is missing. So everyone's looking just to see, that's why you should have played Stuart Broad. Did you see anything that would suggest that?
Yes and no. I think one of the great cliches in cricket is, one of the great truisms actually, is that players become better players reputationally when they're not in the side. And so it's very tempting to think that Stuart Broad would have come on and, enjoyed these conditions hugely. I think he's got 1 5-foot in his last 28 tests in England. So just put it in perspective, going back to August the 20th, 2015 or something, that's almost 5 years. So I think it would be wrong to think he would have changed it catastrophically or anything. But, he is a very good bowler. He doesn't bowl badly very often. And you can't help thinking he would have enjoyed the conditions. Do you know what? Wokes would have enjoyed them too. And he might even have enjoyed them more, because I think he gets a bit more movement in the air. So both of that is something that England will look at. Archer and Wood bowled, pretty quick, pretty straight. They didn't get that much movement. And there was a bit of leg side stuff. And maybe Wood was a fraction short. But Wood didn't get a lot of movement. And as Holder showed, every bit of 16 miles an hour slower than Wood. It's not really all about pace. It's about putting the ball in the right area with the skills to get a bit of lateral movement. And in a lot of conditions, that's what matters. So England may have been guilty of picking the bowling attack that would be suitable for Brisbane. But they're in Southampton on a miserable summer's weekend or whatever we are on. And it is, gloomy, classic old English conditions where someone like Chris Rushworth probably would have genuinely bowled extremely well. Do you know who Holder reminds me of a bit? Derek Pringle.
Oh.
That's not faint praise. It's not meant to be faint praise. It's just that he's not particularly quick, is he? He's a big man.
No.
He gets a bit of nibble, a bit of movement, and in conditions like this, he can adapt his game to be very good in any conditions, to be fair. But he did remind me a bit of Pringle today, and that's not meant to be faint praise at all.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.